Creating a life of freedom will create a struggle, my friend, but it's all worth it. It's worth it now, and it's going to be worth it in the end. How's it going, my friends? Still got a nasally voice, still got a cold going on, but I got a fresh cut today. You guys like it? Fresh beard trim. Ooh, look at that line. Look at that line, ladies and men. Look at that line. All right, so I'm excited about this new haircut because we're going on our big trip this week. Did you guys know that? Flying out. More on that later. You need to build a life of freedom, just like I have, which is I was able to fly out without having to ask for a fucking boss for days off, without having to worry about a fucking 9 to 5 job. Freedom is not just for your job or for money, it's for time freedom. It's for all the fucking aspects of your life, your relationships, the way you live, the way you express yourself, your lifestyle. It's all of it, right? So I'm referring to all of it, but more specifically in this, income. Okay. Freedom to be your own boss, work at your own pace, work your own hours, work for yourself, right? And be able to make at least a 6 figure salary or more. I've made 7 figures doing this. And so you can definitely start with 6 figures. Start with where you are. You can start with a few $1,000s a month, work your way up to 5, 10K a month, et cetera, right? It's possible. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And I say that because I was never an entrepreneur. No one in their wildest dreams would have fucking thought when I was growing up that would be an entrepreneur, a businessman, an online businessman, an entrepreneur, a coach, right? A content creator, someone who offers value online, someone who just speaks his mind and teaches people and inspires people and helps people and entertains people, and gets paid for it, right? So, and that's not the only way you can monetize yourself. There's so many different ways you can monetize yourself these days online because of the fucking internet. So, why are you not doing it? If you're afraid of doing it, if you're afraid of going all in, it's okay. I was too. And there will be moments and times when you're doing this that shit is going to hit the fan. You'll be stressed. You'll be like, how do I pay next month's rent? Where's the money coming from? I don't have a stable paycheck coming in. Fuck, I got to make this money myself. I'm telling you though, if you are like me, which you are because you're watching this, you have that fucking animal inside of you who's like, let's go fucking hunt that animal and kill it and bring it back and eat it, right? We're hunters and gatherers, right? That's how we're wired as men. And so it's fun to be an entrepreneur. Now, do you want to put yourself in an extremely stressful place for months or years? No, that's not what I'm telling you to do. But you have to be willing to face some of your fears because it's going to be totally worth it in the end. If you can work a 4 hour work week, the book by Tim Ferriss, right? Have a work week where you're working literally a few hours a week, which is what I do now. Like this, I don't even consider work. Even if I consider this work, it's still a few hours a week, but I don't because I love it. Like you couldn't stop me from making this video because I just wanted to record content for you, right? Because I love this. Imagine just doing what you love, like you would do anyway for free, but you're getting paid for it, thousands and thousands of dollars a month. Imagine that. Imagine that, right? You can be doing that and express yourself in all the other ways too, or have a different kind of business or service. Like there's some of my clients who don't want to show their face, right? You can have faceless businesses. There's so many different ways that you can do this, but it's worth it. The struggle is worth it. And I even hate to call it the word struggle because, I think more than struggle, it's just fear. We just have a fear of what's going to happen. How are we going to make things work? And again, be smart about it, but also you got to be a risk taker, right? Like being too smart about things, being too calculated doesn't lead to a fulfilling life. I'm living the most fulfilling life right now because I'm living life on my terms. And yes, there's ups and downs, and yes, there's been stresses along the way, but I would choose this every single fucking time. I would do it again and again and again because I've built a life of freedom, right? I've built a life of freedom where I have the financial freedom, but the time freedom to do what I want. I literally went and just got a haircut, beard trim, and bring it back again, right? Woke up late, was just chilling, relaxing. Who knows what else I did? Wink, wink. This morning, right? And then got ready, took a shower, went to the haircut place, spent a couple hours there. He did me up. On my way back, got some food. Had a jalapeno ranch cheeseburger. It was damn good. Had just 1 hour of calls, just 1 hour with a certain big client of mine, two big clients of mine, right? Just 1 hour of fun calls I did with people today that I had scheduled, and now I'm done. So I was gonna go out, run some errands, do some shopping for the trip we have coming up. But I was like, you know what? I just felt inspired to shoot this video, so I'm like, let's just post it. Let's just fucking shoot it, right? And this is the life I want you to have. And tonight I'm gonna be meeting up someone, and I just feel so fulfilled because I feel like I'm living in all the ways that I want to live, and it's still me going step by step. It's not me just being reckless about it, but it has involved me taking risks. It's involved me doing what no one else I know is doing. No one else in my relative group, in my friend group is doing what I'm doing. So it's okay for you to be the odd one out. It's okay for you to be the lion among the fucking sheep. And when I say that, I respect all the sheep, all the other guys in my family or friend circle too. I do respect them, right? But it's okay for me to be different from them. In fact, it's not just okay, it's a good thing. In fact, it's not just a good thing, it's necessary for my happiness, for my fulfillment. This is why I'm fucking here. This is why you're fucking here. To be this version of you who can be free, who can live the life he wants on his fucking terms. I'm here to tell you all the risks involved, all the fears involved that you might experience, that you might be experiencing right now, just thinking about going all in, are gonna be worth it. The thrill of getting to do what you want in this fucking life, there's nothing better than that. That's like a life force, that's God force going through you. That's why we're here, man. That's why we're here. And if you're not feeling that life force, if you're not being pulled towards something that's exciting, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, what's the point of all this? We're not here just to suffer. I was talking to one of my clients who was going through a pretty good difficult time in his life right now, personally and professionally, and he's just like, what's the point of all this? I think so many men question this, different stages of their life. I don't care if you're 18, I don't care if you're 80. So many men question this throughout their lives, and they kind of just think like, what is the point of all this? I'm providing for other people, or even if you're just providing for yourself, and you're just kind of doing the same thing again and again. You feel kind of dead inside. You don't really know what your purpose is. You're not excited to wake up every morning. Your social life is kind of just shit. You don't have any hobbies that you really have taken the time to pursue because you just end up scrolling, right? Like so many men are living that life right now. We think we're connected, but we're not because the internet's kind of isolated everybody. So social relationships have fallen off. Friendships change over time. It just becomes this really weird life. And that's all optional, right? We kind of fall into this default life like so many men are living, but it's optional. It's also optional for you to choose something else. You can choose the life that I'm living now, the life of freedom, the life where I say, you know what? No, I'm going to try. I don't care if I have to restart. I saw this the other day, this reel, and I loved it. The guy basically said, I'm going to restart. I don't care if I have to restart my life a million times, but I'm never going to settle for anything less than I want. I fucking loved that. I loved it. It was so fucking good, right? And I just thought to myself, how many of us are not willing to restart? How many of us are not willing to restart one area or all areas of our life because of fear? Because of fear of judgment, fear of what others will think, our own fears of whether or not we'll be able to make it. Let me tell you something. I read a line in the 4 Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss years ago, probably a decade ago, when I was first introduced to this whole world. And he said something in there that kind of blew my mind. He was like, go all out with the thing you want to build, the freedom business, the freedom lifestyle. Give it your all for like 1 year. I think he put that in there, right? Like 1 year. And for some reason, if it doesn't work, then you can always go back to doing what you were doing anyway. Right? Right? Like your default right now is already living the life you don't want to live. That's already your fucking default. Okay? So if you try something else for another year, go all in, and it doesn't work, you'll just go back to doing what you did before. So why would you not try to do the other thing? Because like, what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is your life will be exactly the way it fucking is right now. And that blew my fucking mind. I mean, I think I said it a little better than him just now, but it kind of blew my mind. I was like, oh yeah, I was like, if it doesn't work, I'll just go back to like the plan B or like whatever I was doing before. And that I think that security, that safety net, that it gave me a sense of security of like, okay, I could still fall back on something. It's not like you're like leaving. It's not like the Matrix, where like leaving this world to go to another world. You can never come back. It's not it's nothing crazy like that, right? You can always go back to what you're doing. But I feel like just knowing that you can go back to what you're doing gives you the permission, gives you enough security to go and take the leap, take the risk. Okay, that's number one. The second thing, like I said, is judgment of others. If I fail at creating this business, people are going to call me a failure. People are going to think I'm stupid. They're going to be like, see, I told you so. And listen, there are so many people, my own fucking immediate family, who I love dearly. They're the closest people to me in the world. But they all doubted me. Right? The person I was with romantically, everyone, her family, everyone doubted me. and they're supposed to doubt you. Why the fuck is anyone going to believe that you could do the impossible when they haven't been able to do the impossible, when they don't know other people personally who've done the impossible? Why would they just believe that magically, automatically, somehow you're going to be able to create this dream, this freedom lifestyle, this online business out of nowhere, out of pulling it out of your ass? Why are they going to believe that? Why would you expect them to believe that? It's great if they do, but if they don't, why would you expect them to believe that? So I didn't expect anyone to believe. And again, it was tough. This is the part where I say it's tough, right? It's tough to kind of ignore their opinions and do what you want to do anyway. But if you get excited enough about your vision, you're like, no, I'm going to make this happen. I don't know how, but I'm going to make this happen no matter what. Watch me. I'm going to pave the way. I'm going to blaze the trail. You guys just wait and watch, right? If you have that mentality and attitude, and you don't argue back, you don't fight back. Sometimes you may need to, but you try to minimize it as much as possible, right? Then you're like, you know what? I'm going to make it happen. I know you don't believe me. It's okay. I believe myself. My vision is enough. When you start to talk that way to yourself, you get other people to believe in you. One of my coaches told me something really crazy. Brooke Castillo, she's like, you get other people to treat you how you want to be treated, but did you know that you can get other people to believe in you the way you want to be believed in? And it kind of blew my mind because I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting, right? We always hear about in the self-improvement world, show people how to treat you. But it's like, show people how to believe in you. And the way you show people how to believe in you is by you believing in yourself. And it's okay, like I said, if they don't believe in you the first even few years, because they may not. I'd say this is probably one of the biggest reasons most people don't go all out with their dream, creating the freedom lifestyle they want, is because they know they're going to get a lot of resistance. And you're like, you know what? It's just not fucking worth it to have to argue and prove to all these people that I'm close to that I want to do something different. That's a huge price to pay, man, because I'm telling you, people are so fucking fickle. It doesn't matter if this is your wife, your husband, your parents, your siblings, your best friend. Everyone will fucking change their mind about you in a split second because we're human. Our opinions change like night and day. They may say something about you today, and tomorrow they may be fucking praising you and be like, wow, you're the god, you're the king, you're such a badass, you did this, right? When they see the money coming in, when they see you're successful, those same people who are criticizing you or made you believe like they're not on your side or didn't respect you will be the number one people praising you. Maybe even be the people who may be secretly nice to you because they want some money from you, right? So you have to have this mentality of like, oh, I am expecting that to happen. I'm expecting there to be some resistance and some judgment and some criticism, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then I would actually say a third one, because beyond that, I was going to loop it into the second one. I think a third one that's a little different is, of course, the judgment if it doesn't happen. So I started off by saying that, but that the second point of mine really was, I guess, the resistance you have to overcome from people close in your life with the new thing you want to do and just doing it fucking anyway, right? Being patient enough to let them see the results. Number three is then the public failure. Like if you do put yourself out there on social media, for example, you have a business that requires you to put out content. So having people, first of all, see you. I think the visibility block is huge. One of the main reasons I think I didn't make enough money in the beginning was because of my own visibility blocks. And all of us go through that. I'm at a point now where I'm like, I don't give a fuck. If you want to judge me, judge me. Hate me, love me, respect me. I don't care. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for my people. And if some people who know me see it, some relatives, old friends, strangers who don't fucking know me see me and don't like me, I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. I don't care. Right? They're not paying my bills. I don't care what they think. Do I love and respect some of those people? Of course. But do I care about their opinion when it comes to my life and my business and my content? I don't give a fuck. They're not the people who I'm making this for. And so you have to get to that point where you're okay with the idea of being judged. You're okay with the idea of being criticized. And let me tell you something else. When you're small in the beginning, no one is really paying attention, right? I made my first $1 million with like 4 or 5 thousand followers on fucking Facebook. Okay. 4 or 5 thousand followers. 2,000 of them were like old friends from college and some relatives. The other 3,000 were like new followers, business related, content related, right? And I made $1 million fucking dollars from that a few years ago, right? So that just goes to show that not even that many people have to watch you or see you in order for you to make a lot of money and create the freedom you want. But even though you're afraid, like even if that's bothering you, like even if it was not 3,000, let's say it was 300,000 people who saw me or 3 million followers I had, okay, it still wouldn't have made a difference because again, if I'm keeping the mentality of like I don't care if I fail publicly, I don't care what happens, I'm gonna make it through. If you can have this determination, this vision of I'm gonna make it happen no matter what. I don't care how many years it takes me. I don't care if people see me failing publicly for now, but one day when they see me make it, it'll all be worth it. Then nothing can stop you from doing that. And by then it's going to be less about proving anything to them. In the beginning, we all kind of look for that validation. So I think as men, most of us are kind of wired to, want to be respected in society based on our status, based on how much money we make, based on what we do in the world, based on our work. And I've changed my philosophy on that a lot over the years, because I don't derive my value from that so much anymore. A part of me still does because I'm still a man in that sense, right? But I think it's okay if you do. I think it's okay if you seek that validation. If you want people publicly to know that you're doing well, I think it's totally fine. But don't let that stop you from putting yourself out there for the people who need your fucking message, for the people who need to see you show up in the way you show up, for the people who need your businesses or your services, whatever it is that you want to do, right? Don't let the fear of, hey, publicly people may see me struggle and fail and get one follower, get 0 likes on my post, get 0 comments on my post, and it's going to be embarrassing for family and friends or strangers to see that. Don't let that fear stop you from creating this huge, epic, fucking amazing life that you are going to create. I know you're going to create that if you don't let the fears get to you, right? I forgot who said this. Like, there was some guy who said that all the religious books, so I think you mentioned like the Bible, the Quran, the Old Testament, like so many things, like in Hinduism, the Bhagavad Gita, whatever, all the different stuff, right? He said that there was a common line in all of them, and it kept saying, "Do not fear, do not fear, do not fear, do not fear." Was like the one line or the one phrase that was mentioned in all of them more than any other phrase in all these books combined. Do not fear. And even if you don't believe in God, you don't believe in religious texts, you don't believe in people who've passed down messages, right? It doesn't matter. I think that line is so important. Do not fear. I think that's just a message for humanity, right? Because we have this duality that we're born into, that we choose to be born into, of love and all that is, and fear and all that isn't. The presence of everything we want, the absence of everything we want, right? And so we get to kind of play this game of like, which one are we going to choose? And we get to constantly play it. So are you going to step into the place of fear and let fear dictate your entire life and create that reality for yourself? Or are you going to do the work that's required, that we get to do as humans, that makes it worth living, and stay in the love and the abundance and the presence of what we want and go after it? Go after the failures and take the risks and maybe some public humiliation or embarrassment or rejection temporarily, so we can get everything else that's on the other side. So we can get all the joy, the happiness, the love, the abundance, the aliveness, right? Which one are you going to choose? That's how you have to make your decisions in life. I think having a projected future really helps. One of the things I'm doing now is creating more of a 3-year plan. I used to do I did like a big 10-year one about 8 years ago. I realize it's good to have future projections. We all kind of do in the back of our mind, like, 10 years I'll be here, 20 years I'll be here. I started doing these exercises, but I think 5, 10 years is a bit too much, especially with how fast paced the world is changing and what season of life you're in. But 3 years seems to be like a really good sweet spot for me personally. And if you can really visualize, like, hey, this is where I want to be 3 years from now. This is like the amazing epic future I could have 3 years from now based on where I am now. This is how big my life could be in all the areas, and relationships and money and abundance and the work that I'm doing and who I am as a man and my physique and my body and my reputation and how I live my life and my lifestyle and how much I travel and how many experiences I have with family and friends and what I do. Like all the things that you envision as your best fucking feeling life, you can envision that 3 years from now and then work backwards, right? Like 2 years I'd be here, 1 year I'd be here. Right now I need to be doing this, right? If you let that vision pull you, all three of the points I just mentioned won't matter, right? You'll be able to take those risks. You'll be able to put up with criticism from family and friends. You'll be able to put up with public judgment and embarrassment temporarily, because it's all going to be worth it. If you know that in 3 years your life will be totally different, why would you not go for it? Forget 3 years. I'm just teaching you. That's one of the ways I like to kind of create things now, the 3-year vision, because it gives you enough time to really build long term and not just be so focused on the short term, like having to work out. But you can create a 3-month vision. Start with 3 months. If 3 years is too long, start with 3 months. Hey, 3 months from now, I can be here. 1 year from now, I can be here. 2 years from now, I can be here. 3 years from now, I can be here. Right? That's how you got to do it. So go after it. Go after it. This is your sign to go fucking after it. Post the content, put the thing up, make the changes. No one fucking cares as much as you think they do. No one is really watching. Oh my god, what did Wasi do? Did he change his show notes? Did he change his summary? Did he change his Instagram? What video did he post? Like, no one's really watching as much as you think they are. Yes, your fans will, which is great because your fans will love everything about you. But everyone else doesn't really give a fuck because people care about their own lives. So get on with it. Build your own life. Don't let another 3 months, 3 years go by where you're in the same fucking place, wishing, hoping that you had done, we had faced your fears and done what you really wanted to do to create a life of joy and abundance and self-expression and freedom. Freedom. That's why I started out the video off. It's freedom to be who you fucking want to be. Freedom to do whatever the fuck you want to do. You can do it. You can do it. And if you want help doing it, if you want to come into my container, my exclusive container, my Kings Club community, go ahead and join. You'll see the link in show notes or comment or link in bio, and I'll see you in there. We talk about all this stuff all the time. My job is to just be there as an inspiration for you to help fire you up. We do weekly group coaching calls in there. We also meet in person at our group hangouts, answer questions, encourage each other, support each other, fire each other up. Bring each other up when we're down or struggling or crying or going through a depressive phase in our lives. Being there for each other, the solidarity, the brotherhood, that's what it's about. Helping each other create our best lives together, growing together, having fun together. That's what it's about. I almost just swallowed this microphone. This is YouTube. I probably gotta be careful with my where I take this video. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Hope this video helped a lot. Make sure you join the community. I'll see you inside, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.